All right, you're on video 3. And here's what makes unschooling really different. It's the parenting involvement. You may be brand new to all of this, so it will sound a lot like continuing the attachment parenting approach only with older age children. And it is. You may have even heard some things about unschooling that don't sound that great. And I've found that that's often because the parents skipped this part. It's the hardest. So I'm glad you're here. It's much easier to say kids learn organically. They do, and can be self-directed learners. They can, but you cannot stop with that. To really thrive as unschoolers, kids need parents who will partner with them, showing them the world, helping them learn how to find the resources they need to expand on their interests. But also, it's not all about the kids. To be successful with this, a large amount of your time is going to be spent dismantling some of the thinking that schools have talked you into. And most of that had to do with running their system smoothly, not about meeting the needs of the learner. Unschooling is all about individualizing the learning, and schools could never do that for you or for your child. You can, though. You just have to do some thinking on this. It's called deschooling, if that's new to you, and you can't really do it in a weekend or a couple of weeks. I'm not sure it's ever really done. Our parenting changes as our kids grow and develop, and we learn more too. So we can make big strides in how we approach all of this, and then down the road, we need to tackle something else that has been hiding under the surface. The good news is you can start now with this information you have from the other 2 videos. I have an unschooling course that has an entire section on deschooling and overcoming fears and getting specific about understanding unschooling. And I'll give you a $50 off coupon at the end of this video so you can save a little money there. The brainstorming tool from the last video will help you stay connected with your child and expand on their interests. But you're going to need your own unschooling workout plan. A little every day will help you with all of this. Use this PDF to keep track of your own learning about unschooling and deschooling. I have 2 layouts, one for weekly, because this is how to get really detailed about what you're going to do and learn more about, and monthly for an overview of what you're getting to, and maybe you could even see a pattern. Whether you read articles, books, or websites, or listen to podcasts, or watch videos a little every day, these will help you gain the confidence you need to get rid of your fears. Because really, it's all about information and support and taking a little action on your part. This is how you create new habits, new patterns, new ways to connect with your kids, new ways to see learning in the world. Unschooling is simply letting kids learn the way we learn as adults. We don't need some overseer to make sure we're doing it right. We gather the information we need to have the skill we want. Kids can do this too, but you'll have to break apart some of the faulty thinking that school left you with, like you only learn through a course or a textbook, or you have to have a teacher tell you what to do, or you have to follow a linear path, no skipping around, that's a disaster in the making, or that kids can't be trusted, or learning isn't fun, or they won't have an internal motivation, so adults have to create an external motivation. This is such a weird concept because once they get the kids bought into that and the adults have snuffed out all those internal curiosities and drives, or at least convinced the kids to set them aside, they complain that the kids have no internal motivation. I know. It's all a lot to process. And some of it you may still believe, or pieces of those ideas. That's okay. We haven't really been taught to question these kinds of things, but people learn in all sorts of ways. Sometimes from teachers if we're wanting to learn what they're teaching, but sometimes we can teach ourselves or watch a video or listen to a podcast or trial and error. And in this day and age, the internet has changed everything. We have so many more opportunities to learn what we need to know. Schools just haven't caught up to that concept. We learned to do this as adults who were outside of school, and kids are learning this way too, especially when we create an environment that makes the process easier. Okay, one thing you're going to want to know is what are the next steps? So start with these PDFs. And if one of the things you want is a solid foundation about how unschooling works, use this coupon to get $50 off of that course that I have for new unschoolers. You can do it in a weekend. I'll link it in the description below, but it's a great next step. And if you find that you learn better with other people and you need a little more coaching along the way, I have a membership group that can help you so much. I've put all the ebooks and guides and challenges, even private podcasts, book clubs, and deeper dives into conquering specific worries. This is full-scale support to help you be successful. You're able to ask your specific questions on Mondays or Wednesdays coaching calls, and the community continues to connect with each other through a private WhatsApp channel and a Facebook group. It's really the fastest way to get serious about getting more confidence. Use the special link I have for YouTube subscribers, and you can avoid the $99 sign-up fee. The sooner you get in there, the sooner we can help you get on steady ground with all of this. So if you've accessed the PDFs, you're on my email list now. So watch for weekly email updates with resources and inspiration. I do weekly podcasts and occasional webinars. I'll keep you updated about those through the email list. I'm always adding new ways to get you the support you need to be successful. So keep checking back here at Unschooling Mom to Mom on the YouTube channel, as well as over at the website. Remember, your parenting role is to continue to learn every day, building on your knowledge about unschooling, about deschooling, about dismantling some of the conditioning that you have from all those years in school. You know, I didn't plan to homeschool my kids. I didn't plan to do anything differently from what I had experienced growing up. But then my children went to school and it wasn't that great. So I stepped away from it, not thinking it would be a forever thing. And that may be where you are. That's okay. That's the beginning of figuring out, how do you want to live your life with your kids? How do you want them to experience education? How do you want them to experience the world? How do you want your connection with them to be? Because along the way, I found something better, and I want to make sure you know about it. We didn't need that school approach at all. It actually got in the way of a lot of things. And that's what I want for you and your kids. I want you to use unschooling to create an individualized approach to connecting with them and helping them learn. So if you've come this far with the mini course, you're ready to get started. So fill out those PDFs. Reach out if you need more support. Happy unschooling. And if you feel you need this, I created a little permission slip for you. Pause the video and you can take a screenshot of this. Put it up on your fridge or your bathroom mirror as a reminder. You can do this. I'll hold your hand a little bit as you get started, but then you'll be on your way. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I have a whole playlist for you about getting started. So just a little bit every day. Listen, watch, whatever you need to do to grow your unschooling confidence. I'm excited for you.